Alright, here's a quick Unit 5 review. First off, Chapter 17, we took notes and did some in-class work on a couple of key definitions here. Your political agenda, all the issues that the people believe, not just the government, but the people believe that the government should take action so the government gets their ideas from the people. Your cost is the burden that the people believe the policy will put on them. The benefit is a satisfaction. It could be monetary, it could be something else that the policy will give them. Different types of politics here. Majoritarian, a policy in which almost everybody benefits, everyone's going to pay. So you have your military protection, almost everyone pays into Social Security, almost everyone will benefit as well. Interest politics, one small group will benefit, another small group pays. So if unions are paying into something to benefit the protection of their jobs, businesses will pay for something, lobbying to protect their business interests. Client politics. One small group benefits, almost everyone pays. So that could be pork barrel when you're getting federal taxes and using it for a small area, maybe a natural disaster where everyone's paying federal taxes and then that money will go to the victims of a natural disaster in a small area. Entrepreneurial politics. Almost everyone benefits, small group pays. Businesses have to clean up their factories. They're paying for it, but everyone will benefit from clean air. Moving on to economic policy, Chapter 18. A couple key offices. We've talked about these in the presentations. Congressional Budget Office, an agency with legislative branch Congress, provides budget and economic information to Congress so that they know how much different programs are costing. Office of Management and Budget is the largest office within the Executive Office of the President, the EOP. The director is a member of the Executive Office of the President. He assists the President in preparing the budget, so when they do prepare the budget, that's when the Congressional Budget Office will look at it and give Congress some information about what they think is right and wrong. GDP, gross domestic product, total amount of all goods and services produced in the economy during one given year. Monetarism, the belief that inflation occurs when too much money is chasing too few goods. So when too few goods are being produced and too much money is being produced, that's the idea of inflation will occur. Keynesianism, the belief that government must manage the economy, so the government is getting involved here by putting money into the economy. This happens a lot of times during a recession, or you stop spending, especially in government programs, when there is inflation, so there's less money going into the economy. Economic planning, the belief that the government plans put what price controls, you can only sell a product at a certain price so it doesn't get too high. You create wages so that people are getting more money so that this can improve the economy and there's direct investment. Supply side theory, we lower taxes, have fewer regulations, have business kind of run their own, which will help stimulate economy again. Lower taxes, more money into the economy. People will spend more rather than save. Reaganomics is really just combining all four of those. Lower federal spending, supply side economics will stimulate the government or the economy. The difference here between national deficit and debt. Deficit occurs each year, so when the government in one year spends more money than it takes in from taxes, which happens every year, and the debt is the total from the beginning of the creation of the United States to the current, to right now, present. Federal Reserve Board has a few jobs, determines how many government securities will be bought and sold by regional and some of the member banks, determines the interest rates of the banks, and then regulates the amount of money each bank must have. When it comes to social welfare, looking at majoritarian welfare and client welfare. So majoritarian, everyone benefits, like Social Security, and then client welfare, like the aiding families with the dependent children, some people will benefit. Medicare, Medicaid. Medicare, elderly. Medicaid, low-income individuals, or sometimes Medicare is for people with disabilities. Some of the problems, less people are paying into Social Security because more people are retiring and collecting. That's due to the baby boomers. Entitlement programs are just government funds that cannot be changed without violating the rights of the claimant or the person that is collecting it. So Treasury, bonds, Social Security, people that are collecting food stamps, it's hard to get rid of those. And Congress people really won't take those away because they will be ridiculed. Chapter 20, Foreign and Military Policy. Presidential public opinion in times of crisis. Look at George Bush during 9/11. Everyone rallies around the flag, tells them to protect the borders, gives them a lot of support when there's some type of crisis. War Powers Act of 1973, again, gives Congress power. The president has to report within 48 hours of putting troops into conflict. Only can have 60 days of action, so it kind of limits the powers of the president as commander-in-chief. Some of the congressional checks on the president for military powers, again, intelligence oversight, investigating federal bureaucracies, giving military and economic aid, and also approving of some positions. Last chapter here, environmental policy. What role did majoritarian politics play in the environmental movement? Again, there's the Clean Air Act. You have individuals writing novel or books about it, Silent Spring, just to create discussion about the waste that is going on in the United States. Environmental impact statement. This is something that is required by law that assesses the project that is going to be taking place by federal funds in order to make sure that it is not harming the environment. Going back to 19 here for majoritarian. Again, who benefits from the Clean Air Act? We all do.